ready to rock and roll?
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right, what's good? What's good? What do you hear? What do you say? It's your boy JPZ, your favorite cannabis Kujin. This is episode number 1. I'm honored and blessed to have my brother, who needs no introductions around these parts, but let me just give him some accolades and give him his flowers while he can smell them. He's an MMA manager, film producer. He's got a dope flick out with Tiffany Haddish. Check that. He's a podcaster, cannabis consultant extraordinaire from Home Team Management Group. My brother, my dog, Jamie Jones.
Hey,
What's good, brother?
Hey,
My man.
Hey, good to see you, fam. Always
to see you,
good
man.
to see you.
It's good
man.
pizza, baby.
Like,
I always loved the JP, man. This dude has moved solid around this city for a bunch of years, and I've been interested in hearing your story. So thanks for having me on, bro. Appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
brother. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So what's going on, man? What's this cold pizza thing? I mean, I'm sorry, my black ass. Don't trip. I'm the guest, so I do that. And Good Pizza is the greatest name I've ever heard in my life. What is Good Pizza about, fam?
Good pizza. Good pizza. It's a bunch of things, right? It's a lifestyle. It's a saying. It's a slogan. It really means. It translates into that's a dope thing. That's a cool thing, right?
Facts.
So you could be like walking down the street and somebody does something ill, like I don't know, if you skateboard and you do a tray flip down a 10 set, you like, oh damn, that's good pizza.
That's
or you
good
see
pizza.
a beautiful lady walking down the street, that could be good pizza. If you eating a good slice of pizza, that could be good pizza. But in my world, like what it's really all about is good pizza. It's the cannabis. You know what I'm saying? It's the code word for the cannabis.
Talk
you know
your
what I'm saying?
shit. Talk your shit.
But
man. First off, it's dope.
Thank you, man.
Good
Thank
pizza. I love the name. As soon as you told me the first time a few weeks ago, I've been installing it into my life heavily.
good pizza.
So I'm and I'll give you credit since you the one that got it popping. But
No doubt.
how did that term even come up, bro? What's the story behind it?
Yeah. There is a story. So, man, we have a family friend. He was actually my godmother's and my brother's college professor at Adelphi University in Long Island. He was just like this cool Italian dude. He still is a cool Italian dude. He's still here. And he just like, if something cool happened or something that he approved and deemed worthy of the term, he was like, that's good pizza. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of stuck. I was like, ever since I was a kid or younger, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like how he says that. That's good pizza. So, beginning of 2020, I was ready to do something new, start something new. I was ready to, I don't know, I just needed a new project. And I was thinking of some cannabis names for a brand, and a lot of them are taken, man. It's not easy. It's not easy to come up with
Hard,
a name
bruh.
for a cannabis brand, especially that's taken.
Hard.
So I picked 2, right? The first one was terrible. The second one was good pizza. The first one was just like you just pulled that out of your ass,
Ooh,
bro.
can we hear it?
Yeah,
Can
bro,
we hear
it was
it?
bad, bro.
Can we hear it?
It was Cali Pressure with a K.
Ooh.
Oh, so bad, so bad. You know what's funny? I was at
Cali Pressure.
Yeah, bro. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's not
I didn't
that
even
good.
try. I didn't even try. You know what I mean?
Hey, but you scored with your second choice.
Right.
But yeah, Cali Pressure with a K
that's-
even
yeah,
too.
with a K, man.
Different.
Nah, bro. But you know what's funny about that? I was chilling with the homie Ted from Alien Labs, my bro. And
Shout out to Ted Liddy,
shout out to Ted Liddy,
one
man.
of the best guys in the cannabis
Straight up,
industry.
man. In the industry, just as a regular person,
I
as a
know,
human, he's just a
yes.
good dude, man. That's my dog, man.
I love that dude.
One of my first good friends out here. So I went to Ted, and if anybody knows Ted, like he's a marketing freaking genius behind Alien Labs. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, let me just throw this up the pole and see if he salutes it. This flagpole.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, all right, look, just if you don't like this, just shoot it down, bro. Put a hole in it. I don't want you to be nice to me because we friends. Just tell me.
Right.
First one, I was like, Cali Pressure. He goes, ooh, no, no. And here's why he said no. He's like, first of all, Cali can't even be in the name, bro. First of all, nobody gives a fuck. Second of all, everybody knows the fire's over here in Cali. And he's like, I think Pressure's already taken, bro. That's a no-go. And I hit him with, good pizza. And he hit me with the look. He's like, I kind of like that. So I took that as like, okay, that's a green light. The homie fucks with it. And I was like, all right, cool. That gave me what I needed to know to keep going forward. And I threw it up against a couple other people, and everybody saluted it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking rock this good pizza, man.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying?
it. Well, shit, since this is the first episode, and like, I know I'm the guest, and we gonna learn about me, but let's also learn about you a little bit. Let's get the people who JP is,
Absolutely.
and especially your entry into this kind of cannabis world. When did JP's cannabis story start?
Well, the cannabis story, man, probably the first time I seen cannabis, I was like probably like 9 or 10. My mom's is an old school Sicilian hippie gangster smoker,
Love it,
outlaw grower.
love it.
You know what I mean? Shout out to
Yeah.
moms, man.
I got one of those in a Black Panther, like militant mom hippie stoner foot. I
Love
got
that.
one of those
Love that,
gangster
bro.
ass mom. Like
Yeah.
yeah, salute.
She's like 5'2" and just you know what I mean. You don't want to mess with moms. you
Damn
know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah, so she was always smoking, and I remember my older cousin was visiting from Phoenix, and we went into her little art studio, and there's this little piece of paper rolled up like this big, and I was like, "What's that?" My cousin's like, "Yo, that's a roach." I'm like, "What the fuck's a roach?" She's like, "Dude, that's a joint, man. Your mom smokes." I'm like, "Word." And I was like, "That's cool." You know what I'm saying? I never even smoked yet. My cousin was like, "Fuck, dude, let's find the stash." So that's the first time I seen it. First time I smoked, I was 11. I was the, I grew up in the 90s, bro. Like, nobody, we were latchkey kids, man. Like, nobody was watching you till your parents came home from work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, being the youngest kid on the block, chilling with all older kids, and nobody was watching me.
Got exposed to hella shit.
So early, bro. So too early. If it was up to me, I would have waited a couple more years. But like, I lived in a small town. It wasn't shit to do, and that's what the homies was doing that day. So they sent me down to the corner store to get a fucking napkin because we didn't have no rolling utensils. I ain't know no better. I got a bunch of napkins. They rolled a big ass blunt and napkin. It was a disaster. It was boom bap. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no good weed.
Nice.
It was like 9-6, bro.
Yo.
In Jersey. There was zero good weed out there. So, that didn't get high, because the first time I didn't get high, but the second time, a little tin can special, little Coca-Cola
Right.
can with the little holes on top. Yeah, I got hit up off that experience.
Right. So then it's like, stoner through high school and all that
Yeah.
type shit, smoking and hanging.
Well, that's sixth
and-
grade, right? So now we're in middle school. So yeah, 7th grade really started smoking, and that's when I first got busted for weed, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bust in the middle school.
Yeah, we all
They
paid
hit
dues.
lockers. You know what I'm saying? Hit lockers. We got snitched. The first dude went down, just took us all out, bro. He took us all out, son.
Snitching been hot
man,
forever, bro.
Forever, bro. And yeah, so I got a little 2 weeks off of school. Mom's is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like,
Yeah.
smoke some weed, mom. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But I just kept it going. I just loved it, man. I fell in love early, man.
When did it become like a thought of like, I want to get into this like industry? You start seeing it? Is it Instagram's popping and you start seeing the brands, you out and seeing everything popping in Cali? Like,
Yeah.
what sparked the interest in the industry?
Yeah, so the interest in the industry, so boom, I'm 14. I started hustling when I was 14. I started selling shit when I
Facts.
was 14, right?
Talk your shit.
So, that went on forever. I never stopped. And this is now we're in like year 2013, 14, where I'm starting to look at California as an option, right? I came out here on a business trip, and I got up with my cousin in Alameda, and the last time I seen him, he was like a little dude, and then now I see him, he's like older man, you know what I mean, or older young man, and he's got
Right.
packs. He's got like 20 packs in my aunt's basement. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I don't normally see that much packs where I'm from. Like, what the fuck
Facts.
going on? It's my little cousin, so we formed a little situation, got shit twerking, and then it was like, all right, cool. Now I'm getting that Cali, I'm getting the numbers, and then doing it for that many years, bro, shit gets hot, man. After a while, and like, People get
And there's Jersey.
and it's Jersey.
So this ain't Cali.
No.
This ain't like
No.
misdemeanor type stuff.
No.
This is where people still go to jail
real.
for having weed and especially having packs and cuties and shit like that. Right?
Oh yeah, you get hit with a couple pounds, bro. They're gonna roof you, bro. You're gonna see a couple years, man.
Right.
So it's crazy, man. Like, so the wall started closing in. One of my guys got popped. He started ratting. I'm like moving everything out the crib. I got little kids, like, you know what I mean? I'm trapping out of my man's apartment with his family before work. Like, this shit got weird, bro. And it's like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here, yo. So, I put a play together with the wife, and I was like, yo, you want to do it? You want to move out there? She's like, man, get me the fuck out of here, bro. I moved her from Phoenix, so she's like, get me the fuck out of this snow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, just put a plan together. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, man. I got 20 bands and a plan.
Facts.
And me.
Yeah, facts.
I knew if I did it here, I could do it there. So
Yep.
that's why I came out here.
That's dope, bro. I got similar ass story. I was hustling here in Sacramento my whole teen and early 20 years and doing well, but I just got married. I had like a damn near midlife crisis at 26. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? Like, I can't do this forever. All my homies still going to jail for shit because PACs back then would still send you to jail. There's the 90s. So, or 90s going into 2000, 2001. So I got married 2001 and was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I was like, I think I'm funny. I want to try stand up. I was like moving away from weed, like, cause I can't do this forever and that type shit. I think I'm funny. I want to try stand up. But I was scared to try it inside, like on some people knowing me and me sucking in front of people I know.
Right.
So I just moved with my wife. We had just got married in Maui 9 months before. Fucking took some bands that I had saved up. Didn't know a soul in L.A. Like had an aunt on the other side of the town type shit. But yeah, and I moved down to L.A. not knowing a soul. Like, fucking just found an apartment, lied to get myself in. Talking about I start a job next week and fucking just gave someone's number who had an L.A. phone number and could answer the phone and say, yeah, he works here.
Yeah.
And fucking, they gave me the apartment and shit. I mean, all of a sudden, me and my old lady living in L.A. and I got to start getting on stand-up stages and fucking.
How'd that go, man?
It was pretty dope. I started out there was LA City College was down the street from my house. And they had like a little workshop class for $100 or something where a stand-up workshop class. Tight. So I just wanted to learn the lingo and how people talked about stand-up. And if I know the language, I'll be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about I needed material there. I just wanted to know how they try to structure this shit because I didn't know anything. So I go take this class and it was awesome. I met some people and the class, they kind of gave me the structure and then you start with a show at the end of this class at a place called the Ice House in Pasadena. Where everybody's performed. Joe Rogan's done a lot of shit.
Nice. I think I've heard of
all those. All have had weekly shows there at some point in time. So, I got to get on stage for the first time and actually killed that day. And of course, it's friends of everybody who's in the class and it's full crowd and they want to enjoy it and they're coming to support. And so people are laughing. But it was really it was the best feeling ever. It was any weed, fucking Molly. I ain't took a lot of drugs, but it was
better than all that.
It was DMT-ish. If we want to say something,
out of body.
It was out of body.
Yeah,
it was DMT-ish. If you want to kind of classify it with something. I was like, whoa. And the greatest feeling ever.
Incredible.
It was such a high. But I thought I was a natural because I was fucking good. So now this class is over and we're out on the streets. I'm back. There's nothing. You got to go find stage time and go sign up at places and get on and fucking work it out. And so with some of the people I met in class, we just started going out.
Nice.
We hit this place called O'Brien's on Main Street. I think it's still there in Venice Beach. Every Thursday night they got a comedy room there, and it's packed and like fucking you could sign up and go get on.
Tight.
So I go and I'm out of the class, so I'm not working on my material every day. I'm thinking I'm a natural because I just killed. Like fucking, I walk into this place and now nobody knows me. It's a whole separate weird crowd. Like, and my first joke just bombs.
Oh, what was it, bro?
Nah, I don't even. Ooh, let me see. I'll remember it. But my first joke just bombed, and I don't remember the joke, but I will never, ever, ever forget the feeling.
Yeah,
Like, oh, the beads of sweat just started going. The lights got hot.
Crickets?
It just crickets, bro. I say my second joke. Crickets. I get to my third joke. It's not only crickets. One guy goes,
a sympathy sigh of
he goes, oh,
oh man,
I'm just
a sympathy sigh.
bro, I am
homies.
broken. Like, and about 45 seconds later, I get the light from the back, which is if you get the light, they're telling you to wrap that shit up and get out of here.
Oh no!
Like, fucking, so someone holds up a light in the back. I don't know what that means. It's my first time.
Right. You kept rocking.
But someone came and no, I did one more joke and then someone standing by the stage and I was like, okay, I'm out.
Right.
But I rethought every decision. I was like, oh, why did I move here? What did I do? I just fucked. I was making good money at home. Like, I'm
Right.
like, I would like fucking. But I learned I wasn't as good as that first day, and I wasn't as bad as that second day. So I just
That's a
had to
beautiful
kind
thing,
of
man.
get out there. It took me 3 weeks to get back on stage again because I was traumatized.
Understandable.
But yeah, I fucking started getting on and getting one laugh and two, and then turned into 7 years.
No shit. You did 7 years of stand up?
3 to 4 to 5 nights a week.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I tried out for what's that last comic standing one time, like in maybe 06 maybe. And I got like past the first thing into the second one before I got bounced. But yeah, I was sticking and moving, running around the city,
tight.
meeting, hanging with comics, and
Anybody notable that you used to kick it with?
everybody, like
word?
all the
That's
people
dope.
you know, all that Comedy Store crowd, like fucking. Joey Diaz made me move to L.A.
I love Joey
The
Diaz.
very
Uncle
first, I
Joey.
went there to go watch it because I'd never watched it in person.
Did you know
So
Joey Diaz that long ago?
No, I didn't know him that day.
Okay.
I left thinking he was big pussy. I left talking.
Right.
I talked to him outside of the Comedy Store.
Big pussy from the Sopranos, right?
yeah.
I used to think so too.
I made a trip down to LA to go see stand up.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to try it.
Sure.
But I'd never seen it in person.
Wow, that's
So I went
crazy.
down there to look at it and fucking. I'd never seen it in the club. I seen Kings of Comedy in the arena,
Yeah,
but I'd
yeah.
never seen it in the club. So I went down to the Comedy Store in LA, and Joey Diaz was on stage,
Fire.
killing. But Joe Rogan came up next.
Killer combo.
Joe Rogan was weak that day.
Okay.
Now, this is a Tuesday or a Thursday night, so your name's not on the marquee. You're working out new material.
Sure.
I don't know the concept of this at that time.
Okay.
So I don't know. He's not necessarily trying to be as funny as he can be at this
He's
moment.
just working out
He's
new
working out new
material. Got
material, and some of it don't work because you have to work it out on stage.
Sure.
And you find out what doesn't work, and you throw it out,
Got
and
it.
you build a routine. I didn't know the concept of that. I just saw him seemingly sucking on
Right,
stage, and I got motivated. I'm like, he's getting paid to do that.
Right.
I could do that. I
Right.
could be mediocre. Like I could do that. So 32 days later, I lived in LA after that day. But
That's
I was
dope.
talking to Joey Diaz outside, and I was like, any advice? That dumb shit, yeah.
Sure,
Any
sure.
advice? Stupid as shit.
dumbest question you asked to somebody you really look up to.
Thinking of trying this, like cocksucker, just try it. No, fucking, don't think about it. Like he's telling me, like, Thinking too much, you'll never fucking try it. Just get on fucking stage.
Yeah.
I bet.
All right, Uncle
That's
Joey.
kind of how I do shit. I got to dive
Yeah.
in and fucking
Yeah.
take the problems as they come. So
Right.
32 days later, I moved there, bro.
Wow.
And
Shout out to Joey
fucking-
Diaz, man. I hope I
Yep,
can get you on the
so
show one day, bro.
Ari Shafir saw from Sucking to Get Good, like
Wow.
as well as all the black comedians around LA too. But like the Comedy Store is kind of where I was hanging out at and kind of seeing
so
a lot of the
legendary, bro.
guys. Yeah, it was dope. Got a job in production on like Super Bowl commercials in the
Okay.
art department, set dressing, building sets. I'd come in with a truck with all of this shit in this room and set this room up, and they'd say action.
Wow.
I'd go chill for a while they said action, and then after I'd take it all down and strike it, be painting walls and that type shit. So
Okay.
on these Pepsi commercials and like $1 million budget type shit.
Wow.
So one of the homies I sold weed to in Sac, who lived in LA, got me a job.
Perfect.
Like fuck it.
That's how it go,
Shout out to my
man.
nigga Reggie Malachi, still
Shout out to
doing
Reggie.
good. But yeah, so I kind of got exposed to production, started doing that like as a day job, getting in on at night, getting on stage, and fucking it turned into 300 commercials over 10 years.
Wow.
Fucking
Made a nice career for yourself.
yeah, I moved up from art department, then moved over to production to get more hours. A PA and a producer took me under his wing, and 4 years later, I started producing myself. 5 years later, I
tight.
started making me help me produce and on big budget shit. So I've worked on Beyonce music videos, to Rascal Flats, to fucking
Tight.
Snoop Dogg, to Ellen commercials with
Wow.
super big Super Bowl. It's probably 20 Super Bowl commercials I've worked on, and that type shit.
That's
So
dope.
yeah, it just moved into all kinds of shit.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
But
what
at
life
the
will take
same
you.
time, I'm in LA, sticking and moving, watching cannabis fucking grow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the stores now in LA. I got the medical script back
Yep.
when they was $200 to see the doctor
Yep.
when it very first started, 2010, 8, 9. Fucking I'm seeing it and I'm feeling like Sonny from Bronx Tale, wasted talent.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, he's
There's nothing
nothing
worse in the world than wasted
than
talent.
wasted
kid.
talent.
Yeah.
So I'm watching all that
Right.
shit like, bruh, how am I in the game for 15 years and now it's legal and I'm watching it not
Yeah.
being in the game? You know,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
all these, I'm like a Harvard nigga, like in weed,
In
like
weed,
I'm
yeah.
a
I'm
fucking
a weed
Rhodes
nerd, bro.
Scholar.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
straight
saying?
up,
So, yeah.
I know the feeling, bro.
So I
feeling.
did kind of a similar move, but it was just later as you. I made a movie with Tiffany Haddish and Brian Hooks and Jay Phillips, a bunch of cool stand-up comedians and actors, and I was trying to sell it, but Tiffany Haddish wasn't on yet.
Got it.
There's a lady named Tabitha Brown who was in our movie, who's now like the vegan god of the world, the black
Oh, wow.
lady with all the recipes, and like she's
Wow.
a Emmy-winning like actress as well, and like
No shit.
so I was Bill Parcells picking talent, bro. I was good at
Yeah,
seeing
you were.
talent early.
Nice little lineup for
I
your
was
first movie,
good,
Clay.
and but none of them were on at the time. They
Right,
were all
right
broke.
before.
They were all broke.
Right.
Like fucking so we make this movie and they're trying to dub me. Like
Sure.
like they don't want to give me money up front because I went and found the script. I went and found the money. I
Right.
casted it. I shot it. I did it all myself. I didn't get green lit by a studio and
I
they
gotcha.
gave me some money to make a movie
Sure.
off
Indie.
a script. I did it all myself
Yeah.
and came to distributors with a complete project. Like, you want to buy this?
Right.
You want to license this? And they wanted to, but they didn't want to pay me up front. And like, I had street friends from my neighborhood who had put
Yeah.
in money on it. So I was trying to get back their money.
Okay.
My
Was it an
name
issue?
is executive producer, and director.
Okay.
Would have been cool, even if I didn't get no money,
Sure.
because the next deal, I'm in the game now, like
Right,
with my
right,
own
right.
shit. But these are my friends who just believed I could make and sell a
Right.
movie. So I said no to their deal because they didn't want to give me no money up front. They want to run it. Hey, we'll put it here, and we'll pay you out quarterly. But they keep the score and they pencil whip you all the time and they charge you out for everything. So quarterly, you don't really make nothing.
Yeah.
And like, it's a whole game.
Yeah, I was
they
gonna
play.
ask, is that a smart move? It doesn't sound like a smart move. I
Yes,
don't know
but it's a
nothing about movies.
common first time deal.
Right.
When you have no
Okay.
leverage, they jam you up.
Got you. It's like when the
fucking-
rappers back in the 90s
fuck.
and early 2000s, they signed
almost
contract
every
and
artist
yeah.
first deal is
Yeah.
fucked up.
Fucked up.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Even when they was on, their first
Right.
deal was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, I just got to get their bread back. Even if I don't
Right.
make them money,
Yeah.
they can collar pop and see their name on the thing and tell bitches. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
they can at least floss off of
Little
it.
credit flex.
But I got to at least
Yeah.
get their bread back. So
Of
I
course,
said
of
no,
course.
and I held it. And I was frustrated in LA because I'd stopped doing music videos to kind of focus on movies and shit.
Right.
So my shit got fucked up. So I moved home to SAC after 14 years in LA.
Okay.
Frustrated. And my homeboy Sammy, shout out to Sammy Trujillo, he is opening this cannabis resource center.
Okay.
He wrote the first cannabis checklist for compliance in like 07 that
Whoa.
was still good in 2015. Like
Wow.
fucking him and his lawyer friend who we opened the office with. He
Sure.
was like, "You want to come in on this with me? I'm opening it now. Like fucking you put in on it." I was like, "Shit, I'm out." I left LA, came to SAC, and got
That's when you
back
came
in.
back.
Came,
Oh.
moved back home, and jumped right
Got
into
it.
the game. We opened this place called Can Accelerate right here on
Okay. Well, how?
fucking on Howe Avenue in
Yeah.
the Mercedes building, kind of a really prestigious building here in SAC.
Sure.
It was like 9,000 square foot office, 13 offices, and 12 different companies, some all servicing the cannabis. And so
Yeah.
business plans, fucking taxes, accounting, SC Labs was in there for testing, like
big.
fucking a lawyer, like everything.
one-stop
So you
shop.
come in and hey,
Yeah.
I want to get legal and get full compliance, marketing, and and I was the TV and film side, like coming
That's a
from
great
LA.
position.
So I'm flying
Position
drones through Crockett Family Farms and making these videos, social media promo videos, and commercials for Bang and online
Tight.
commercials for Bang and things like that.
That's
So, but knew I was on the wrong side of the table, like
Yeah.
servicing clients. So we immediately started delivery, started
Yeah.
a drink called Evans and Jones, like
Yeah.
a lean kind of
One of
drink.
the original lean.
Started
can of leans.
fucking we started a whole bunch of shit. But I had the same thought as you, like, let me take it out here and get into the game and get into the
For
cannibal. And you come out to SAC, you come out to Cali,
Yup.
and it's the medical model time, right?
Yeah. Prop 215.
So it's a little easier to work. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's doable. It's
Listen.
not like.
when I tell
So
you.
were you like pumped when you first got out here?
Yes. Let me tell you something. Just the simple fact that I'm not in my rear view and my side views, and just man, I don't gotta wrap all these packs up like Christmas presents and vacuum seal them and drop them off to my workers and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
bro, we used to do the most, bro.
Yeah, military
It'll
shit.
stash in my wall, in the closet, inside the closet, behind the jeans, pull the board out, drop the bottom out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta do none of that shit no more.
Facts.
I can ride around with turkey bags in my trunk. I can smoke weed while I'm driving with turkey bags in my trunk. And it doesn't matter out here. It's like, it's good.
Right.
Like, but I also know how to move very militant because of where I come from.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
because I had to.
Which
you know
is
what I'm saying?
strong.
Exactly. So just the stress factor alone, like that was really nice not to have to worry about that no more. So now it's game time. Now what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I was like, okay, so I'm here now. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. Quit my day job. Great. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody knows you. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, dude. So I had that fuck moment. Like, what do I do now, man? So I was like, all right, cool. Just chill. Do what you did before. You're an expert networker. Just go ahead and network. Build good relationships. Keep it 100 with everybody you meet and do nothing but good business. Keep the formula the same. You're the X factor in any equation you're in. So I know if I did it there, I could do it here eventually. So what I do,
Niggas preaching right now.
you feel what I'm saying? So I got a job with
Tabernacle
Lyft.
Church.
I got a job with Lyft. You know what I'm saying? So let me back it up. I started a Prop 215 delivery service with my cousin in Oakland called Daily Dose Deliveries. We was on Weed Maps, you know what I'm saying? We had SAC rocking, we had Oakland rocking, and then my other cousin Tony moved out here, and he got Livermore, Dublin area rocking. So we had 3 different spots, SAC, Tri-Valley, and Oakland. That was cool, you know what I'm saying? We got it rocking. Everything was good.
Just got to work. You hit
Just
the
got to
ground.
work,
So when
man.
you came out here, you had some people out here? You had like a
No.
small network?
No, just cousins spread out. Just a couple
spread
cousins
out.
spread out. I had some cousins in Oakland, Vallejo, and one cousin in Auburn.
Mm,
That's how I picked Sacramento.
So that's how you visited all three of them, huh? And then said, "All right, Sac's popping."
No, not even. I looked at a map and I looked at where they was all at, and I was like, well, Sacramento, I don't want to live in the Bay because that shit is really expensive. I don't think I should
Facts.
start over in the Bay.
Yeah,
I don't want to live in Auburn. That's a little too you know what I mean?
rural.
rural for a place.
Thanks.
And it was like, well, Sacramento looked like it's kind of in the middle there. I was like, why don't we move to Sacramento?
Man.
So we're like, all right, cool. So we're like, all right, well, let's go visit Sacramento. Let's go neighborhood shopping. So we went neighborhood shopping, found a
Did
couple
the
cool
same
spots.
shit.
You know what I mean? And then we got a crib online.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we were like a month away from moving, bro. Like we already sold the crib. We're in an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment with 2 dogs, 2 kids. Me and wife just want to kill each other every day.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We still have nowhere to live, right? We're moving July 27th. It's like the end of June. 0 places to live. Nobody wants to help us. Who wants to help a renter?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We get a call. It's like 9 p.m. This lady was like, I could tell my wife was talking to somebody about some real estate, and she started saying the number, how much a month. And she looked at me. I was like, I don't give a fuck what it. Yes, whatever the fuck it is. Yes, we want the crib. We'll take it. That's great. Send us the fucking pictures.
I don't
We're
even know
coming.
which one you're
Don't
talking about
care.
right
So
now.
Tell me where
Yes.
to sign. We're fucking leaving. You know what I'm saying? The lease on this bitch about to be up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I did
So,
the same shit.
yeah, man. So we got here and started the delivery service, and then you know, that was cool. And then I started a grow with my cousin in Oakland. We blew out a house, and you know, that was my first experience actually growing weed.
Right.
So that was that wasn't a great situation. It was good at first, but it was like, you know, it didn't really work out because me and my cousin were in 2 different seasons of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm coming out here. I'm not fucking around. I got 2 kids. I got a lot of people counting on me. I'm in like my mid-30s. My cousin just graduated college. You know what I mean? He likes to chill with the homies, fucking
Thanks.
gamble.
He's living.
Vegas, you know, it's how he's
Yeah.
living. He's doing what the
He's
fuck
living.
he's supposed to be
Yeah,
doing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm not thinking of none of that.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Young-
just know we did great when we was on 2 separate sides. You know what I mean? But
Right.
when I got here, it was just like, fuck, dude, our goals ain't really lining up. And we had a couple successful runs, but then like one of the rooms got fucking PM. We don't know what that. Whoever doesn't know what that is, that's powdered mildew.
Goddamn
Too much
right.
fucking heat, fucking cold fluctuation in the room.
moisture.
It could have been these fucking clones I got. You know what I mean? I just learned that. I just learned
we've had
so
it.
many lessons.
College, bro.
Yeah.
It was like
It was
college.
college, yeah.
Like,
and it spent a lot of money
on
for
the
nothing.
exactly.
Yeah, college spent a lot of money for nothing.
Hey,
That's
good lessons. Good
Word.
lessons.
But you know, I learned how to run an indoor grow. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to blow a crib out. That's for
Yep,
sure.
Facts.
And it was ill, bro. It was part of my story. And like my wife the whole time was like, yo, why the fuck is you doing something in Oakland? You in Sac, bro. You gonna get tired of that, bro. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm out here chasing my dreams. I'm a grower now. You know what I'm saying? And man, did that fucking ride get old. God damn.
Damn right.
Damn that ride. I drive down to Oakland sometimes like, what the fuck were you doing, bro?
Hour and 32 minutes
Straight
each
up.
way.
Bro, was you hungry?
Except on Fridays, could be
Straight
3
up.
hours
3, yeah.
coming back.
Oh yeah, I
and
learned all
shit.
about Friday traffic. Yeah,
Right.
you could have a 1 hour and 20-minute ride if you leave at 12.
Facts.
If you want to leave at 2, you probably can be in 2-3 hours.
Yup, we used to, bro, we'd have like, through Can Accelerate, we'd have like legal farmers markets where we would have
Legal distros, right?
we'd rent a place out in Old Sac with fucking packs all over the tables.
Yep. Beautiful.
With all the numbers behind them and fucking so who Nug was one of the
Yeah.
buyers at the
no
time,
shit.
and we used to deliver because it was all through like the legal farms that we got legal
Yeah.
through Can Accelerate.
That's right.
And fucking so weekly I would drive down like, 400 pounds to Nug and Oakland and
Damn.
go through these separate sets of gates with niggas with M60 fucking
yeah.
machine guns and both layers, and then
All that.
another nigga with a machine looking
right.
like military shit.
That's
It
right.
was fucking nuts, bro. I came home and it was wild, wild west out here. When
Yeah.
I came home,
Yeah,
Sac was,
man.
it was 2014, 15, 2015.
I could
2015 when
imagine,
that
bro.
came out. And this place was nuts. And,
Oh, yeah.
and jumping right in and meeting all these people immediately, and they're just like everybody is working. And Prop 215 was dope because it was more communal.
Yeah,
Like
man.
it wasn't as competitive as this.
we could all win.
Exactly.
We could all win.
So everybody, it was like all the pop ups and the sessions were live.
Fire.
Like niggas used to get dressed to go to the pop up
Right.
and shit back then. And
Right.
like when they first started,
That's
it was
ill.
like one of the places to be.
That's tight.
But yeah, so it just went wild, wild west, and we were doing that. Tiffany Haddish starts blowing up.
Oh wow.
While I'm back in SAC, running
Right.
around doing this, meeting all these companies and getting people legit. So I'm not even talking about it because the movie was dead. Like, but I'm
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
Tiffany Haddish start blowing up
And
on
did
the
she
TV.
blow? God damn.
And over 18 months or something, she blew the fuck up.
That's right.
And so I'm watching it, and we're like, do we send it back out to the? Because it went out as a Brian Hooks movie 1st, but now it's almost a Tiffany Haddish movie because she's the bigger star.
Right, right, right.
So it was like 18 months later, and I'm running around SAC and fucking doing actually well, and meeting all some big companies and shit. And all of a sudden, she hosts Saturday Night Live. Tiffany Haddish is,
Oh, you was sick.
and they're heralding it as the first black female comedian to host stand-up Saturday Night Live ever. So it was
Was that for real?
yeah, it was a
the
real
first
thing.
female.
First black
Like,
female
I got it.
comedian
That's
to
ill.
host that Saturday Night Live. And so it was like they were making a really big deal.
Yeah, they
and
did.
like
Damn.
fucking, and she did good that Saturday.
Nice.
So Monday, I send it out. That Monday, I resend it out to all the places that dubbed us, plus a couple other distributors, and we started getting calls an hour. Like, because by this time, her quote is $2 million to do a movie, and I got a complete movie with her signed off everywhere already.
Let's fucking go,
So
champ.
they're like, "Oh, you do have a Tiffany Haddish movie in the can, don't you?
Oh.
We forgot all about that." So it's like,
That's ill.
so now all the
Timing.
cannabis companies are looking at me like, "You fucking make movies?" Like, the fuck? Like, so
That's
now we got a
crazy.
movie coming out on Amazon Prime and shit while I'm running, and these cannabis companies are like, bro, we got a lot of cash that we can't bank with. Why don't we make a movie? Like, why? So then all those
let's go.
start
That's
happening. And I'm in talks with somebody right now. But
That's
yeah,
dope.
it was the Wild Wild West. Like, so you came out here,
2017,
and that's
August
dope.
1st.
That's when you got here, 2017.
August 1st, yeah.
And you immediately started delivery, like
Immediately.
without having hella friends, without
zero
like
friends in
just
Sacramento.
weed maps and
We
like,
maps and whoever wanted to call.
that is savage like shit. Talk about hit the ground running.
Yeah, bro.
Talk about drop me off anywhere and
Let's
drop me
go.
anywhere on this earth, and I'm gonna
And
triple
find me the
my
weed
worth.
man. Yeah, straight laced, bro. Find me the weed man. We
Facts.
gonna make it work. And you know what's crazy?
That's live, bro.
Yo, thank you,
That's
man.
some live
Thank you,
nigga
man.
shit. I gotta keep it real with you. That's inspiring.
So yeah, I started Lyft, right? Because I'm like, well,
Facts.
all my deliveries is coming in at nighttime. I got shit to do during the daytime. I'm like monitoring my sales. I'm like, fuck, I
Exactly.
need to do something. I was like, you know what? Let me start doing Lyft, bro. I can do some networking. I can meet some people. And I had 2 business cards. I had a Daily Dose Deliveries business card and a business card for my network marketing business that I was building. I built it real big on the East Coast. So I'm like, you know what? Let me recruit some people, make some more money.
Yeah.
So depending on our conversation, you was getting one of 2 of those cards when you was in my car. You feel me? And I wasn't making no fucking money. I was driving a Cadillac SRX, burning gas up. You know what I mean? I wasn't making no
Right.
fucking money. I was just making relationships and staying busy. And then,
dope.
this is during the time we had the grow house. And then, like, during the networking through my other business, I went to go sell this guy a fucking credit card service or something like that, and maybe a cell phone service. And he's like, man, I really like what you do, bro. I was like, you want to work for us, bro? I'll throw you on a salary. You could just go out there and network like you've been doing. You know, talk about your business, but just talk about us first. I'm like, you gonna put me on a salary for that? I'm like, okay, let's do it. And this was
Say
a print
word.
company. This is 4GPM, 4 Guys Print and Mail. They're not in business no more, but
Shout
they
out
were
to
ill.
them.
They're
Yeah.
shout out to them because listen, this is why you can't be too cool to take a step back to take 10 steps forward.
Facts.
Because the relationships I made there. I met a dude named Keyston, my boy Key. from North Highlands.
North
from your
Highlands.
hood.
Stand up.
You
North
heard?
Highlands, stand
North
up.
High.
I got to get on
Mega
camera for
love,
that.
mega love from North Highlands, man. I got a lot of homies
Back
there,
to
man.
you.
Matter of fact, most of my friends was from North Highlands, just coincidentally. So
Good people
so
over there.
Key introduces me to Byron at Collective Branding.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go in there. Let's try to get a print collab going with them. And I was like, look, I'll just start talking about my delivery service. I'll alley you the mic to the owner of the print shop. I'll let you talk to Byron, and then we go from there. And then meanwhile, I'm at the counter, and by happenstance, my now best friend / partner Chris Bondoc was at the counter next to me, and he was getting stickers for a company called Higher Vibrations that he was about to start. So I'm, me, I'm a network. I talk to everybody. Oh, what's up, bro? What you doing? What you doing here? Oh, I got a distro. I'm like, where you got a distro? I got a delivery service. We should know each other.
Yeah.
Word, come outside. Boom, boom.
That
Give me some
part.
samples. Grab this number. And at this point, I'm like, damn, man, like, I gotta do something because Prop 215 is over now.
Yeah.
We got until January 9th, 2018 or 19
Facts. Yeah,
to
the
shut
short-
your collective down
the short
and get
run.
licensed. I'm like, okay, they gave us a year, so I
Yeah,
got
one
a year
whole
to figure
year
this out.
after. Yep.
Word. So I'm me in my mind. I'm like, oh, I got this book of business. I'm just gonna rock under somebody's. This is my thinking. I'm gonna rock under somebody's license. I'm gonna bring my whole book of business over. You could take a percentage. We'll negotiate. This shit don't work like that, bro. But at the time, nobody knew what the fuck was going on with Prop 64 and how it works. So
Exactly.
I'm just trying to shop around this little idea I got. Chris finally took a meeting with me. He's trying to get his distro set up. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my delivery, and he was just like, "Yo, I don't know if I could help you with with your licensing or whatever, but I got some work I could give you." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, I
Say
can give it to you
word.
on terms too if you want to throw it on your delivery.
Say word, son.
Say less. Say word. Okay. And then I said, you know what? I'm not gonna tell this dude nothing. I'm not gonna promise him nothing. All I'm gonna do is make this dude a whole bunch of fucking money.
Goddamn
Let my
right.
actions talk for me. So that's what I did, man. That's what I did.
And got to work.
Got to
Yep,
work, bro.
we're the same way. And shout out to the niggas. Little tip for some of the guys out there. Your Prop 215 book, your compliance book, still holds up in court.
Oh, I still have it.
Still holds up in court today. If it was established before Prop 250 or before Prop 64 started.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, my actual cousin got thrown out in court twice now, and the judge
kidding.
was ordered to give him his weed back, and one was as little as a year ago, and he's still running around on his
that's lit, bro.
his delivery
So
service
save my
paperwork.
corporate binder.
So save your corporate binder.
Say less, bro. I definitely will.
real
Oh, my
talk.
God.
In the courthouse, judge dropped. First time he was still on parole. So they held him because he was on parole, and let him out. And the parole officer was like, "Is his paperwork in order?" Yep. It was like, then let him out. He's not doing nothing illegal.
Hell yeah.
He had to fight the state for a year and a half trying to get his weed back because they lost his weed immediately, but then ran him through a rigmarole
Of course.
and actually went back in front of the judge where the judge is like, give him his shit back. This is the
man.
last time I'm going to tell you. He goes to the clerk's office, and they're like, yeah, we lost your shit a long time ago. You got to go to this other office and negotiate how much it was worth. And he's
Good, 'cause it turned already anyway.
he's like, I want that TV shit y'all talking about at like $30 a gram price. That
Yeah.
you guys, when you arrest a nigga and say
Yep.
he had
$1
$4
million
million worth of weed, he had 22 pounds or something.
They'll take it all and be like, yeah, it's 30 a gram.
Yeah, exactly.
what?
He was like, I want them numbers and shit.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
over there like, yeah, we'll give you $3 a gram.
Same numbers you try to roof me with. We'll go ahead and
Yeah,
run that.
go ahead and run that.
Yeah.
What you guys be reading. So yeah, it was
Wow.
just a little tip for the trappers out there that still still got that book, and if you stood that corporation is still in order. So you might want to go pay a couple of years of them back fees just for
At least that 900 a month the state want. You know
little
what I'm saying?
insurance. Yeah, they want 800 some a year. So
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man. So that's fucking dope. So good pizza.
So this is a little. Sorry,
This
so
is
a
pre.
little before pre good
Now,
pizza.
yeah, this is pre. Now you're
So-
starting delivery. You're starting like you're getting in with your man who has
Yeah.
distro
Yup.
and is moving. Y'all becoming closer.
Yes. So
And-
this is when I started making some more new and crucial connections, right? So at the time, Higher Vibrations, we were getting our carts filled by Friendly Farms. Shout out to Friendly Farms.
Shout out to Friendly
the homies
Farms.
Chaz and Darren, my boy Billy, man, that's my dogs, and the rest of the squadron.
They respectfully made for one of the worst podcasts we ever had because we hit Friendly Farm pins the whole show. So the first half of the show was real energetic and great. By the second half of the show,
Y'all
we was
dabbed
all
out.
just
Y'all dabbed the
like...
fuck out.
Because for anybody who know, Friendly Farms came out with the live resin
Liquid
carts,
Live,
and
yup.
they were one of the first ones to
Yeah.
really brand it like really
Yeah.
well, and they were what we called a dab innovate.
Yeah.
like
Dab
so
on the
you
go.
hit one of those, and you really felt that head
Yeah.
change like a
Word.
dab like type shit.
Yeah, man.
That live resin hit different.
Because
So-
up until that point, it was all distillate cards. You know what I'm saying? And distillate cards barely tickle your dick. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's a little head high. It's a
Yeah.
little, I think
It's in,
I'm
it's out.
something for sure. This shit was like,
Them shits
whoa.
smack,
Them
man. You
shit
stay
set me
high.
down. But go ahead. You was talking about Friendly Farms. You
yeah,
met them niggas.
So I met them through Chris, 'cause they were filling our carts. So we were like Higher Vibrations powered by Friendly Farms. And this was the same time they were doing Sherbinsky and Alien Labs. So we were like the third one. So we were like this no-name new company. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Alien
Shout
Labs.
out to Alien Labs all day. And it was cool. So it gave us a little skin in the game. You know, we got the
Facts.
little blue check by our by the products on Weed Maps. So that was lit. And it was some fucking great oil. And then you know, moving through that, then I met Ted in the gym. I just met Ted in the gym. Dude. I walked in the gym, and he's sitting there on his phone. I'm like, "Hey, yo, ain't you Alien Labs, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, it was good." I was like, "Yo, I'm JP. Da, 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 da. I'll do this, that, and the third. I was like, "Yeah, I got a distro, bro. You know what I'm saying?" Da, 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 da.
when they're
You know, I'm just
talking,
trying to
you'll
like
talk.
connect with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some way, somehow.
He's a salesman a little bit.
Yeah, bro. I was just like, I want to be friends with this guy, man.
Facts.
This guy probably knows some shit I need to know. And then, you know, we just organically became friends. We started working out together. We were workout homies, and it was so ill because we would work out in the morning, and afterwards we roll up a protein stick. You know what I'm saying? We call joints protein sticks. You feel me? Good, great for pre and post workout.
Goddamn right.
And yo, it was the time where he was dropping like, okay, this is when Sherbaccio came out. This is when Area 41 came out. This is when Atomic Apple came out. No, Cosmic Chris before it was Atomic Apple. This is when Alien Mints came out.
We might have been doing the Aliana Jones.
You did. You were doing Alien
podcast.
Jones. I gave him weed for one of your shows. I gave him some Lemon OG, and some Mac 1 for one of y'all shows.
Facts.
And I know what show it was. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I'm about to go do this podcast. It's my boy Jamie. Yeah, it's crazy how shit come back around, right?
Yeah, it
Damn.
is nuts.
And so this is these times. So these is when like Ted's getting the tester jar. So I was lucky enough to be at the right place, the right time to smoke Alien Labs weed when Ted first smoked the weed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Fuck yeah.
You know, and then
He
just
used to bring in a jar.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Never one of the bags like this. It would be a jar of what's fresh and
Oh, yeah.
coming right out
Oh, he's
or
not-
what's
yeah.
about to come out.
Yeah,
and
bro.
fucking
Ted always got some heat.
Bro, he had a Forbidden Gushers one time, and like I've always loved the taste of forbidden fruit, but
Yeah,
it never
no
gets
power.
you high. It
Yeah.
didn't- so what's the other one? You know what I'm talking
Tropicana
about?
Cooks?
No, the one that don't get you
Oh,
out from
Purple Punch?
Purple
Purple Punch,
Punch.
yeah.
I love the taste of both of
great.
those. They just don't. So when he had Forbidden Gushers, it tastes like forbidden fruit, but it hit like
Had that
Gushers,
power.
and it got me high. So I was in hog heaven with like, ooh, I got everything I like. Even when there was a punch or two that mixed that actually hit hard back in the day that I
Word.
liked as well. But yeah, so you was running around through
Yeah,
that time
man.
making those moves.
making those moves, man. And like I remember, you know, I even remember like my first dispensary experience. I actually have the free pick. You know, it's funny. I always find this stuff before it's like it's time to go. Let me see if we can get it on here. The first dispensary I went to was Collective Efforts on Fruit Ridge. You know what I'm saying? This is the free joint papers they give you. You know what I'm saying? I somehow still have these.
Still
bro.
had it.
I don't know why. I'm a lightweight hoarder. No, I'm a not a pack rat. I'm not a hoarder.
And that was the place to go. That was where
Word, they had
first
heat.
when I came back
was
to
cookies.
town, they had the shit.
Word.
Fruit Ridge. All right, let's go to Fruit
Yeah,
Ridge.
that's when they first started with cookies. So like,
And they did have all the flavors and shit.
yeah, bro, we would go there and get like a gram of everything. Like, oh my god, that's the worst deal ever.
Yeah.
Killing your pockets doing that. We're like, we gotta try it all. You know what I
Thanks.
mean?
We tried
They're
those.
like, yo,
shit.
you get a free joint. I'm like, whoa, I get a free joint, man. This place is
Yeah.
fucking awesome, bro.
I would like
Fuck them
always
free joints, some nasty ass pre rolls, bro.
facts. Oh, I used to give them
man.
to like bums and at the red light and
Yeah,
shit.
respectfully.
Like,
Come on now.
here, you want a joint? Like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
bro.
We had Burnt Up Reggie on Howe Avenue across the street from. Rest in peace. That nigga died a couple of months ago. But he's burnt to the crisp. And he would sit at the light at Howe and Alta Arden at the red light with a cup and collect money. This nigga make like $200 a day, $300 a
They
day.
cake up on those
And he was
toes,
all
bro.
burnt up. His fingers was. This nigga poured a
literally
gallon
burnt.
of gas on himself,
Oh, man.
high on crack, nigga, and lit himself on fire because he
Literally
was
burnt
too
up.
beautiful. And he had kids by different broads, and he thought that his beauty was fucking up his life. And so he doused gasoline on
Whoa,
himself.
buddy.
I used to holler at cuz, like, fuck
No
it.
shit.
At the light, what's up with you? He was like, I'm going to Reno tonight with my old lady. Like, this nigga's like hobbling and burned. His skin, his whole
Wow,
face is
bro.
deformed. But they felt for him, and they would give him $5 and $10. He get $200-$300 a day sitting at that spot.
Wow.
So it never felt bad for him. He was winning.
Sure.
Like, and he didn't
Sure.
feel bad for himself. But
Okay.
but yeah, I would get him joints to bums, nigga. And this is where that
Word,
came
bro.
from.
Word,
Like
for
fucking
real.
the pre-rolls and shit. But at Fruit Ridge, I would like buy some power and then try to find like a good budget one that had a good flavor and see if I could come back to
Yeah.
it. And sometimes you would find a good
Word.
little one lower level that was like,
Yeah.
oh, they don't know what they have here. This one was good.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
That's when you could get the weed out. You could actually look at the weed. It was,
Right.
it was in the tin, the metal bowls.
Right.
Take your shit out with the chopsticks. You feel me? And this,
But it was a whole regrouping time because now we're coming up out of the medical model.
Yeah,
and
it's a
we're coming
transitional
into,
period.
and everybody's just trying to find their way. And all the
Exactly.
different licensing processes
Exactly.
are being talked about.
Yep.
The micro licensing. How can I work with someone who has a license because I don't have the $500,000 and whatchamacallit and like,
how long do
yeah.
I have to rent this building before I can do anything with
before
it?
I can work it all.
How many people
Because
we
there
know
may be
did that,
18
bro?
months before
Yeah,
I can get
man.
licensed and shit. And yeah, I saw multi-million-dollar
It's
operations
not attractive
go
at
out.
all.
Exactly, it was ugly.
That's what Daily
But
Ghost went
we were
underground.
all passionate. We
You
were
know what
all
I'm saying?
trying
Yeah,
to
word.
like
We tried.
still like figuring out a way.
Yeah,
We were all
we
like,
tried.
somebody want this drink.
You know
but
what I
then I
mean?
learned this drink came with homogenization and all these different things that came with being drinks, and it still ran up the number on me. So what were you like? You went back like
So let me touch on the strains that were out at that time, right?
I like
so,
it.
So Skittles just dropped. That was my favorite shit. Still my favorite shit.
one of
Anything
the
Z,
best.
shout out to Fields. Anything Z, sign me up.
one of
Take my money. It's just an issue of mine.
and they were like.
The Skittles was so ill, man.
And the
Sky
better
just
the
dropped.
Skittles, the almost like the uglier
The
they
uglier.
looked.
Yeah, if it doesn't look like
And,
Depps, I don't want it. It's fake.
exactly.
It's fucking fake. Get
And
it
it
out- get it outta
smells
here.
like
Get
straight
it the fuck outta here.
Skittles. Like
If it looks like
high-
indoor, I don't want it.
Exactly.
You got some Fugazi Skittles,
yeah,
bro.
that's what you did. That was one of the only strains out there that
Yeah.
you looked at and like, no, that looks too
It just
good.
looked bad enough, bro.
Like, yeah,
That shit's
exactly.
fake.
I don't think it's real. It's crossed with something. Like,
The illest, but I couldn't, like you have those experiences as a smoker, you know what I'm saying? I'm a heavy smoker and a connoisseur smoker, if you will. And like
Facts.
when you find new terps that dance on your tongue like that, you like, what in the fuck? This really smells like Skittles. It's not like it kind of smells like the name. The name was just kind of cool. Like this shit smell like a bag of original Skittles, not Wild Berry, not the blue pack. The motherfucking original red bag of Skittles. And it tastes like Skittles. You can smoke that bitch down to a roach and that shit tastes like Skittles, boy.
bruh,
Man.
picture the fucking the terpene lesson you got. When I can only imagine the terpene schooling you got once getting out here and shit. And
Yeah, bro.
you realize at some point that it's not even like it's not even indica sativa.
It's terps.
That it's terps. It's like fucking
terps, bro.
that matter way more. And
Way more.
originally they thought they were just smells and tastes, but and
No, this is what makes
didn't
you
realize
feel how
they
you
have the
feel.
effects that they
Word.
also have as well. Like, and it makes sense because
It makes perfect
THC
sense.
is one thing.
You gotta
So
pay
if it's
attention.
an indica or sativa, THC can only be one thing. So it's got to be something else that's giving you the different feelings.
Exactly.
Because again, THC would give you one
Exactly.
feeling. You
That's
know
why
what I'm
distillate
saying?
cards suck.
So exactly.
You know what I mean?
So fucking, it's got to be the terpenes that give you these different
Facts.
effects, and fucking, that's what we learned. And when especially having like SC Labs in office, I was like, bruh, this is nuts. The lesson I'm getting. Shout out to Matt Lynch, still my brother to this day, who's like started their sales team and like fucking was running. He ran River, the distribution company, for a while, and like he's had some big positions. But yeah, I need to call that nigga. But
Call him.
shout out to Matt Lynch. No, you'll have him on one day. He's a great guy.
I would love to.
Talk to.
Hell yeah.
Cold pizza. I mean, good pizza and cannabis.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that right, bro.
Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? Speaking on terps, the day I feel like the day I really had the epiphany, like, whoa, this is really about terps, bro. Shout out to King Life. King Life, have me Jamie's
my
cousin.
Steve.
That's my dog. One of my first plugs in SAC. We'll
Facts.
go back to that.
Facts.
He gave me some purple tansy, right? Just on GP, like you buy some shit off him, he might
Yeah.
just throw you a couple nuggets of shit you
Yeah.
wanted to just try. So I remember I think it's my son's birthday party. I'm out getting some shit from the store. I'm coming back, I'm blowing this shit, and my shit is like this. My heart is thumping. I'm like, yo, why do I feel like this? And then I'm like, fuck, I don't like, and then it hit me. You don't like citrus terps, you don't like lemonine terps, you don't like them orange terps, you don't like tangy terps, bro. That shit gets you fluttery.
Quote unquote sativas.
Sativa, you know what I'm
Yeah, in the layman terms, sativas.
So-
but it's actually them terps that.
So yeah, word.
yeah,
That's what
because
it
you can
is.
get a sour D that niggas call sativa
Gotta have you
and
drooling on your shoulder.
knock you down
Yeah.
like fucking. So you
Straight
know it's
up.
terps. Like
It's terps, man. And like, I immediately put that shit, I didn't put it, I flicked it out the window. I lit up, I had some indicas, something or other, some gas, maybe some Lotto or something. I instantly lit that up, started smoking it. My shit started calming down. I get back into my mode. I was like, motherfucker.
Right.
The light bulb went off. I was like, I never talked THC ever again, bro. Straight terps. Chase the terps that you like, that makes you feel good. Take mental notes of that shit. Mercy's my shit. That shit turn the party up, boy. Yo, what's the deal with Mercy? Ted busted down for me before. He's like, yo, it allows your bloodstream to take in more oxygen, so it allows you to take in more THC.
It's the bus that it opens
You know what I mean?
the
It's
shit up.
It opens you up.
Exactly.
Some way, somehow. I might have fucked that up a little
Nah,
bit,
it's
but
the
it opens you up.
Yeah, it's like the delivery system.
It's
That
the delivery
fucking
system.
Facts that gets it
It's
there.
a conduit
Yeah.
for extra THC.
Mm-hmm.
That's why wedding cake leaves you know what I mean? Wedding cake's a hitter.
My nigga, I did a podcast with a lady named Dr. Molly Fry. She was a doctor who went to prison like early 2000s maybe
Right.
for writing medical prescriptions.
Oh, no shit.
Like, and had some plants, and she was big.
Wow.
Her husband was a lawyer.
What was her
and she
lawyer's
was a
name?
doctor. Dale Schaefer.
That's my lawyer, bro.
Dale
I knew you was
Schaefer.
gonna say that. Yeah, they did time.
His
That's my lawyer.
ex-wife. Yeah, his
Say
ex-wife,
word.
Molly.
Yeah.
She used to come into my office
Shout out
every
Dale
week.
Schaefer.
Dale started working in my office before we closed. Dale and his daughter Heather started being in my office
Heather,
every
Heather,
single
Dale
day.
and Heather, that's what I deal with.
Every single day. Tell Heather I said hello.
I will. I have a call with them this week.
That's fucking small world. Yeah, she used to just game me up on
she's
how it works in the body and how it functions, and like I would just be like sitting there and amazed every single week. We probably did 25 episodes or something.
Wow.
And she's the one that taught me CBD would bring you down if you was too high.
You told me that.
Like
told me
fucking,
that.
she was like, if you're over dabbed and whatchamacallit, or edibles, or take straight
edibles,
CBD and you'll be down in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
So
fucking
keep some
and
CBD
smooth you right.
crystalline,
And that's what I would
preferably a
do.
dab.
And when these niggas would bring all this live resin and wax in to dab all day, I would have to hit some CBD every day.
to level yourself
I got
out.
shit to do today.
Yeah,
like,
word.
you know what I mean?
Can't dab all day.
And that's the part about dabbing too, is it fucking fuck my
man.
tolerance up.
It does.
I
You
have
gotta smoke more
stretches where
flower.
I love it. Like fucking shout out to King Life. He used to make them fucking bongs and shit. Them,
Oh, yeah.
them fucking alcohol bottle dab bongs.
Yeah, man.
I love it. It's awesome, but it is kind
Fucks your
of
tolerance up.
extreme smoking, and
It
when
is
you
extreme
when
smoking.
you're
It's
busy
extra. It's doing the
niggas,
most.
it's like
It's doing the fucking most.
It's kind of turning my weed into dope, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean,
Word,
like
yo.
because I immediately like called a blunt and a hit
Yeah.
and one hit.
And you try to smoke the next day, you're like, fuck, man.
First time I did
What's
it, I
that?
got an anxiety attack.
What, first time you dabbed?
Yeah.
No shit?
Because I fucking
You did a
was
hot
on the
dab?
podcast. No, but you'll see where I fucked up. I did a few episodes with Smoke Jones. Shout out to my partner Smokey. First few episodes we did of a podcast together, which we still rocking today. They were dabbing and I was smoking.
Right.
And the third episode or something, I'm like, before we got off there, I was like, yeah, and after we got off there, I'm going to take a dab with these niggas and fucking,
Right.
all right, peace. And I'm packing up my equipment because I had mobile equipment at the time and I was going setting up on location. And so I let me hit one of them. And I hit it, and I hit it, and I'm holding it in.
Ooh, bad move.
And he's looking at me like,
It's like a
fuck
grenade,
are you
bro.
doing?
No, what are you doing? You're about to explode, son.
Blow that shit out. And I'm holding it in, like, because I'm going to hit it for 5, hold it for 10. Like, weed head. Like, not hit it for 9,
that at home,
hold
kids.
it
Do
for
not do that at
1.
home.
That's what dabbing is. Hit it for 10, hold it for 1, and
Yeah.
blow it right the fuck out.
Because it's a
And-
bomb in your chest.
Oh, bruh.
I don't know why.
And I just started to cough, and like once I blew out, I coughed for 3 minutes straight, sweating and all that
got the
shit.
sweats. You
And I
got a
packed me
sweater.
up. There's like 6 niggas in the room, so I'm like keeping it light. Like, all right, I'm cool. Like I'm
Yeah.
fucking, my head's getting fucked up
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time. Like, but I'm like, I pack up my shit, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Like,
Yeah.
and I get to my car, and I'm like, bro, you can't drive home. Like,
Oh, what?
I'm getting the tunnel vision. It's starting to narrow
shit.
on me. I'm having an out loud argument with myself
Yeah.
in the car, like
the
calling
car.
myself a bitch. Like, bro, it's weed, bro. You can't drive home. Stuff.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, nah, I don't think I can.
Answering himself and shit.
I don't think I can. Like,
Oh, that's
so I
phenomenal,
drive and
bro.
I'm fucking. I'm swear to God, I'm looking at the lights, the reflectors on the freeway, just sticking to them like fuck,
Right.
because I got tunnel vision, and it wasn't until I pulled into my parking spot at the time and fucking. It all went away. Like when I got into my fucking driveway, it all went away, and it was a great feeling. But
Yeah, you forgot
for
about that first
30
20,
minutes,
30.
it was whoa.
Your shit's
It was
racing,
that
boy.
shit. But yeah, man, dabbing is a different
It's
animal.
a different animal, man.
But I
remember
do
my
like
first
the
dab.
rosin.
Rosin's the
I
best.
like
bro.
rosin.
Rosin's the caviar, man.
And I liked it soon as I hit. I had
you
dreams.
know you smoke.
I got a rosin press sitting somewhere right now that
Nice.
fucking we had dreams of being the rosin kings
Yeah.
because in medical times when it first started
Yeah,
hitting
everybody
the
had a
scene,
Sasquatch.
it wanted to get a press, and
Yeah.
I went and got a rosinator. We spent like $7,500 on something that you could put 20 pounds of material in
you
with a
have a big
CO2 attached, and it would keef it all. So
Oh, no shit.
it was probably as long as this table and in a tumbler roller, and
Yep.
it had screens and nets
Yep.
in it, and fucking you could put 20 pounds of actual material,
That's
and
a
it would
big fucking
and
tumbler,
freeze it
damn.
down, and with the CO2 and digital shit, and it would
Oh, shit.
and the keef would just jump off.
Yeah, especially if you're
fucking-
freezing it, man.
Yeah, because we were just going to
Whoa.
and
So that's instead of washing it with ice water.
yeah, we could
that's
just
ill.
yeah, it was called the Rosinator or something, and like because we were gonna be big time rosin niggas,
yeah.
like, them packs were gonna be the little
That
bags were
rosin
gonna
was
be
nasty
everywhere.
at first, was it?
Yeah, there was a
was-
and
it
that's
was
what fucked the
dark as
game
fuck.
up. That's what
Yeah.
fucked the game up. It
Hella
started with
material
good
in it.
rosin, and then the bad rosin came in that dark green.
Because everybody
shit,
wanted to do it
like,
themselves. Yeah.
Oh,
And they weren't doing it like
outdoor,
you. Yeah.
Last year's packs, fucking.
Yeah, this isn't. We can't blast. You gotta blast that shit. You
Yeah,
can't press that
it's
shit.
gotta be
boys.
fresh, bro.
But nobody knew.
Like,
It was
nobody
new.
knew. And so that's why it didn't take off. And it was the most tedious shit. Like, fucking filling them bags and squeezing
the
and
little
getting
squash
such
bags,
small
yeah.
returns. And,
And then
like,
the bags blow
nigga,
out
you gotta
and
do
shit.
this like 40 hours a day, nigga.
yeah.
Like, how the fuck we gonna
Yeah.
even make enough? I need 10 of these presses to,
Yeah.
like, really be industrial.
Let's go back to flipping these packs, bro.
Let's go back to flipping these bags, bro. That's exactly
It always goes
what-
back to the packs, bro. If all else fails.
That's what it was, man. That is fucking. But now the game's in a place where it's kind of easier to maneuver. The shit we was trying to do in 2018 and 19 when
Yeah.
it was first starting. Now certain distributors, certain farms have systems in place where
Yeah.
they can let you in and let you work under so you almost. Was it a thing where you kept the relationships good while you was regrouping and able to come back out with good pizza,
Yeah.
the brand, and things like that? Because you
You know what? That's a good point. Because after Prop 64 started, we started. So Higher Vibrations, the fella I told you I met earlier, Chris, turned into Powerhouse Distro, and we opened up in Nevada City on 4/20/2019. So we opened that up, and now it's off to the races. Now we're in the Prop 64 license market. Higher Vibrations is one of our product lines. We dropped this brand called Popcorn Nugs, where you get a half ounce of popcorn nugs in this cool little popcorn box. So now we're in the stores. We're getting shit rocking. And at first, like, we had to, it takes a while to get all your product at the right ticket. This is right before the price drop. This is when the price was at all-time high.
Facts.
So we're trying to find the right tickets, get everything bagged up, packaged up, COA, that takes time. So we're like, fuck, let's just start doing wholesale deals. So we start fucking doing what we do. We start hitting up legal farms. We start hitting up buyers in LA. And we start flipping packs on the license market. I sold the first box for the company. It was actually a 120 piece. But
good.
it was
Sound
cool, man. It
entertaining.
was good. We set it off. And I was like, oh, shit, we can sell boxes? And the license market? Okay. So we just started brokering a lot of deals and doing that whole thing. And then
I was doing the same.
I'm
shit.
meeting more farmers. And now I know the whole Grass Valley. Shout out all the farmers in Grass Valley, Nevada City. I started working with them directly, meeting farmers from all over and building those relationships. And then we did a fresh frozen project with a bunch of the farms up in Grass Valley, 5 different farms, you know what I'm saying? So I got that experience too.
Facts.
Now under my belt. So I know how to go to a farm, harvest everything, dry ice, freeze everything,
Goddamn
transport
right.
it
Get it
without
delivered
fucking
with-
dying in the
yep,
transport
keeping it
car.
freezer,
Almost
yep.
died, son, my first day.
Yep.
Dry ice almost took your boy out. Yeah, leave them windows down, baby. And then, you know what I mean, take it to the lab, get it, put it in the freezer, you know what I mean? And before all that, you gotta take an R&D test. You gotta take 100 grams, see if it yields anything. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn
So it's like you
right.
gotta do all this
Pesticides,
shit.
and all the fucking shit.
and mold and like it's wild.
Yeah.
So anyway, started
Yeah.
doing that, and then this is kind of where Good Pizza started coming to mind because I wanted to start my own brand, and you know what I mean. Started knocking some ideas around.
Facts.
Came up with the name. Got with some dope ass artists, and got the logos cracking. And Powerhouse agreed to do the distro deal for me. Shout out to Dale and Heather. They threw together the contract. You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
right.
Distro agreement, and that'll be signed and sealed soon. And I'm fully copyrighted and trademarked and all that good shit. So
That's what's dope.
I just want to bring this good pizza to the people.
Yep, I did the similar thing, except I got into like sports management, where I started managing UFC fighters. When I moved back to SAC, I started training over at Uriah Faber's gym. My homeboy Jimmy Dreek worked there at the time.
Nice.
And I went to a place called Hacker Lab next door to it at the time on downtown where they had like 3D printers and all kinds of nerd shit that I'm lightweight interested in. So I was going down there to see that, and they shared a parking lot with Uriah Faber's place.
Oh, nice.
So I look up, I'm like, oh, that's you. I'm like, I think my man Jimmy Drake works there. And I walked in, he was at the front desk. And I talked to him for an hour. I hadn't seen him in a while, and fucking, he gave me a free week at the gym, and I just started training.
Nice.
I loved boxing, like fucking
Same.
just boxing. I don't do MMA. Like, don't
Same.
kick me. Don't.
Right. Toe to toe, baby.
No, we ain't wrestling. Like, let's stand here and swing at each other.
Yeah.
So I just started boxing 3 days a week over there and becoming friends with the guys at the gym. One of my homies there, Jimmy Dreek, same guy who worked there, we started doing a podcast, Sativa
Nice.
Sports Talk.
Yeah,
That's how
and
it
I've
started.
heard about that.
That was when it
Yeah.
first started. Sativa Sports Talk, like, thought it was a great name.
That is a great
Weed
name.
And fucking, so we had TJ Dillish on when he was the champion on our third
Solid.
episode. We were doing that. We were doing it in the gym. He closed the doors, so he had the keys, and we do the gym in the gym
Oh, that's
after
tight.
closing.
Hell yeah. That's tight.
And do our audio podcast right there. So third night, TJ comes in doing some one-on-one training with his personal trainer in the gym, and fucking comes sits down with us, gives us the episode, gets us popping and shit.
That's tight, bro.
So I started having all the guys on as guests.
Right.
And fucking, like, so I'm talking to them
Super
for 2 hours
access.
at a time, like, you know, chatting with them, finding out about their career. And
Sure.
plus, I got all this LA in me and
Sure.
industry shit in me, so I'm asking them all kinds of industry questions and things behind the scenes that they're doing for their promotions and marketing, and half of them are like, we're not doing none of that shit. Like, we're just fighters, and some of them are in the UFC and like have a name and shit like that. So it was like,
You found a little lane for
there's
yourself.
an avenue to help these niggas. Like, there's
bong.
money they're not picking up off the ground out here in SAC because we have the Kings. That is our pro team, and we love them even though they lose.
Yeah, I'm a Mets fan. I get it. I get it.
So, like, if they knew who these guys were, they would love them because they're in the UFC. They're on the
Yeah.
big stage. So we had a bunch of guys that are in the UFC that the city doesn't know.
And these are hometown cats.
And some of these are hometown cats, so it's like easy to market them. So yeah, started out with one, Max Griffin. Shout out to Max Payne Griffin. He's fighting Neil
Hell yeah.
Magny coming up.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah, March 26th. We're fighting number 8 fighter in the world. We won our last 3, and now we're getting a top 10 look.
That's ill. You dropped the brand too, a cannabis brand too.
Yes,
right?
and that's how I got into it, because I was I started them ideas, giving them businesses, because they're only going to fight for so long.
Sure.
So you need things you can own away from fighting.
part.
And after you're done fighting, you need ways for people to still be able to support you.
Right.
Have businesses set up so your social media, everything can maneuver over to whatever you're doing now.
Yep.
So let's get things established now. You love weed. All of you love weed. So let's get your established brand. You know what I'm saying? So the best way to do that, to start, we thought, was to just do kind of a licensing deal with a distributor.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Kind of, and just build the market share and show that we could sell. Shout out to High Larry. We went with High Larry with Max.
Okay.
High Larry Cannabis, working out of downtown.
Nice.
Good dude. Fucking, so we came up, but the plan was to just show we could sell some for a while and log those sales. This wasn't a big money play because, the government is such a big partner right now. But,
give the distro 10%.
this is, exactly. So this is a show that we could sell some units and then connect with a bigger farm at some point and not have to, put our own money up, and then they could just grow some strains according, and we could set up a cool deal and get us around the state.
And your drop was dope. Y'all did a cookies, had the Loonies come out, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to,
that was ill.
I had the Loonies make Max a walkout song, too.
Yeah, I saw that, too. Y'all did that same day, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Yuck and Cuzzo Fly. That's my niggas. They're my brothers right there. They really come through for me.
I just met Yuck Mouth recently.
Yeah.
At Dr. Green Thumbs before it switched back to Zen.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Shout out to Green Thumbs. That's my dogs.
It switched back to Zen?
They just switched back to Zen.
to Zen Garden.
Zen Garden, word. Zen
Facts.
Garden 916, yeah. Shout out to them,
Ain't
man.
that Shane?
my family
Ain't
over there.
Is that Shane? What's
Yeah.
that dude?
Shizzy.
Zen Garden Shizzy?
Yeah.
That's the Zen Garden dude,
Yep.
right? Yeah. I met
Yep.
him way back and Can't Accelerate. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh and Demetrio, man.
He came to do
Larry,
Budman
my
and
dogs.
Booger podcast at the Mercedes building. I had a show on the network called Budman and Boogers, couple radio guys.
word?
I wasn't on. It was he pulled up in a limo
Oh, for real?
to do a podcast. Like,
That's
fuck
lit.
it was lit. He was like, I'm cheesy.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never met him personally, but
Yeah,
I
that
know
was the
crew
only
down
time
there.
I don't have a relationship with him. I
Yeah.
met him that once.
That's cool.
He's a great character.
That's dope.
But yeah, man. So now it's time. So that's what the thought was, to put some of these Fluffy, my other fighter who also fights on April 9th, just got signed yesterday. April 9th, Albert Durev in Jacksonville. So we got March 26th and April 9th, two of my fighters
That's
going.
dope.
But Fluffy got
can we watch it?
Hernandez.
How can we watch this?
UFC, I think one of them's a pay-per-view, one of them's a fight night. So one of them will be on ESPN, one of them will be on pay-per-view. Fluffy, fucking
Congratulations.
Fluffy just came out with Hernandez Pan Dolce in
Okay.
stores.
Okay. What did they do? What's the strain? What's the actual strain?
It is I think a triple scoop gelato.
Okay.
No
doubt.
Yeah, and Max is
Yeah, what was Max's? Max's did well. That shit
like
sold
Lemon
out.
Fuel OG, I think. Or
Oh, fire.
Yeah, we came out with
Fire.
OG and really knocked niggas
Yeah.
down. It was 37%.
You got to.
And like,
He's a knockout
if we wanted
artist.
to come out, yeah, we wanted to
saying?
knock
Goes
people
with the
down.
brand.
So
You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, that is kind of the way. We're gonna do something
That's
with
dope.
home team as
Shout
well.
out to him, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
We're about to do some home team, but that's good. Good pizza is about fucking. So what's the plan with it? What's
So good
what's
pizza.
the goal? What's the goal with good pizza?
The goal, man. The goal is, man. I'm about to just turn this shit into a lifestyle brand, bro. I mean, we're gonna go a lot of different directions with it. There's 8 slices to a pie, right? So we're gonna go flour. I'm considering delivery, NFTs, merch, media, education, and I'm smoking, so there's a couple slices I'm missing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Sometimes there's a couple slices missing out the pie.
Jersey,
you know what I'm saying?
nigga.
Jersey shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just dope. I can create, I can be myself. Like, I'm your typical North Jersey hybrid, Irish Italian kid. You know what I mean? And we're like our own race out there. It's crazy.
Damn
man.
right.
Irish Italians, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Jersey too.
And Jersey,
Yeah,
period.
Jersey
Like,
period. And Jersey pizza.
Yeah,
Good Lord, I
all
miss
y'all
you.
niggas is wild. Like,
Yeah, Jersey's an interesting place, man. It's a really small state, but it's the most highly condensed per capita. It's most populated per capita. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It just means there's a lot of motherfuckers on top of a lot of motherfuckers.
exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's not like all city like people think. There's a lot of rural areas. There's there's tons of farms and stuff. But when people think of Jersey, like they think of like the little northeast pocket, like right next to New York. It's like 50 square miles of cities, a bunch of different cities, wild
Right.
cities too.
Yeah. We used to drive down to Atlantic City from.
Oh, yeah. I've had some
from New
filthy
York
nights in that
City.
town.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
my god.
Oh, we got hit one time. We drove all the way down from fucking Long Island to
Oh, that's a stretch,
a
bro.
stretch,
Ooh.
and we lost like 2 bands in 1 hour, and got back on the road and came home. We were like,
Oh.
"Fuck this place!" And they were charging us for drinks. We were like, "Bro,
Oh.
we were just getting hit at the dice table like
Yeah, bro.
immediately." It was 4 of us. My cousin got shit on by a bird that flew up, and the shit, and while we're sitting there eating McDonald's, and it came inside the window and fell on his pant leg.
Oh,
It was the shit we should have known right then.
Right.
And we went to the
Right.
casino and fucking lost real quick, and then came back. Yeah,
It
man.
be like that sometimes, man. We
Facts.
lost people in Atlantic City. One of my boys got kidnapped one night, man.
For
Like,
real?
I can tell you some Atlantic. I could do a whole show on Atlantic City stories.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow, son. Yeah,
Facts.
ransom and all that, man. It's
Where
crazy.
you guys? What part are you from? You closer to New York, or you closer to Atlantic City, or
No,
you
New York,
closer
New
to
York. So if you're from North Jersey, you're in New York.
Oh, New York.
All your teams are from New York. If you're a
Right.
South Jersey weirdo, no, just kidding. Is
that like
if you're
Joey
from South
Diaz?
Jersey, do we like Joey Diaz?
No, is that where he's from? North Jersey,
So he's from
Bergen
a place
County?
called West New York.
Oh,
But
or
West
Bergen
New York,
County
but it's in New
also.
Jersey. It's in New Jersey.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called West New York, but it's in New Jersey,
Wow.
and it's like right by the tunnel. It's like right before you get to the Lincoln, I believe.
Right.
Either Lincoln or Holland. Yeah, it's called West New York. That's where he's from.
Yeah,
And
he bring
he's-
up like Bergen County.
Bergen
a
County,
lot.
yeah. Bergen County's like Jersey City.
Oh,
That
right.
area, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm from Essex County. I'm from Warren County. I'm from Union County, Warren County, Essex County. Essex County's like another infamous county. Like you got Newark, East Orange.
Oh, Newark.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Newark, Brick City, Newark.
Yeah,
N-A-W-K.
it's not Newark.
It's not
like,
Newark.
It's like
That's how you know you're not from Jersey.
N-O-R-K.
That's it,
Newark.
Or down the hill, or Brick City. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Shout out to Arsenal.
Yeah, shout out to Orange. Yo, I went to college with him, yo. Yeah, we didn't know each other at the time.
Yeah.
We was literally in the dorms right next to each other. Yeah, word. I used to see him on,
Yep,
doing-
he used to write raps about
Yeah.
being in college. Like,
yeah.
fuck yeah.
Kane University.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kane University.
That's
Word.
what's up.
Shit was cool.
Yeah, I used to fuck with battle rap. Well, I still kind of fuck with battle rap.
Yeah, I used to fuck with it more as like
I used to
don't know,
fuck with it heavy back
heavy
in the day.
when it
Like,
first came out. It just
yeah.
got too crazy, man. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. I can't keep up with everybody now.
Now the big battles I fuck with.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah. But it's shout out to them, man, getting paid off that shit. bro.
Exactly.
Like,
They have found a way to eat. They got
crazy,
that
man.
caffeine deal with Drake over there, put some money behind it. So, yeah, it's good things, man. But
good pizza.
Good pizza, bro.
pizza.
That's what it is.
man.
Well, shit, man. This has been a pretty dope.
Super dope experience, man. Good,
Like-
good first episode, man. Thank you
I
for
like it.
thank you for co-hosting with me, brother.
No worries,
for real.
bro. Anytime. Shit. I enjoy it. So, yes, follow. You will have all
Yeah.
the social media, all the how people can follow
Yes.
and like and subscribe.
Yes. So at Good Pizza, good.pizza with 3 Z's.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
At Good Pizza everywhere. Yeah,
At Good Pizza
with 3 Z's.
Dot pizza with 3 Z's. And yeah, man, just thanks for hooking up, man. Thanks for coming out and vibing with us. Really appreciate that. And till next time, peace, love, and good pizza.
Mhm.